Hey there YouTube. Today I got a shotgun for you. This is the Rock Island Armory VR80. Semi-automatic, 12 gauge. I love this gun. So today I'm going to shoot it and tell you what I love, what I don't love about this, and you guys can judge for yourselves and probably pick one up. So I noticed the people I've talked with about this gun, everyone's kind of had different opinions about it. Some people absolutely love it, some people hate it. There have been some issues with it that I've heard, and I don't know what all the issues are, but I have had a few of them. And as of now, I think I've resolved all of the issues that this thing had, and it is flawless. So my first issue I've had with this was the trigger wouldn't reset after firing. So you'd pull the trigger, fire around, your finger is still on the trigger, you let go of the trigger, about to pull back again, and nothing happens. At first it happened to my wife. I thought it was a user error somehow, and then it has happened to me a few times, and essentially I fixed it, but I had to polish up the trigger quite a bit and just really smooth it out. I put some like valve grinding compound and some bore polish all over the trigger and just ran it like 200 times just dry on the bench at home, and took it back out. Haven't had an issue since. It definitely had like a little bit of a spot where I could feel I could replicate it at home where it wouldn't reset, and it should have, and I could not get it to replicate after grinding it down and polishing it up with all the stuff I used. So now it's perfect. I have had failures to feed. Mostly it's with like shorter stuff. I have shot like the 1.5 inch shells with this. It will not feed that. So you can't shoot it, but you have to manually load it. You cannot get it to magazine feed. And then I think that's it. As far as I remember, I did not have any failure to extract. I think there were a few times when it wouldn't chamber properly, and most of that was just not being aggressive with it enough. Like my wife or one of the other girls was just not letting it go as aggressively, and this thing was brand new out of the box from the store. It wasn't used or anything. So very likely, maybe they shot like 3 rounds in the factory or something, but I've probably shot about 200 rounds through this now, maybe more, at least 200, and I have not had any issues as of the last like 150 maybe since I've shot it. So this thing comes with a stock and a pistol grip that's attached. So I'll show you that right now. So it comes with this from the factory. This is junk. So I took that off, immediately put a Magpul stock and Magpul grip on there. This is a million times better. So if you're gonna buy this gun, throw this in the trash, put this on. You will love this gun 2 or 3 times more. The rubber on this is not bad. It's about as good as the Magpuls. But the angle of that grip is horrible, and the bottom piece right here just really gets in the way of getting a good grip on it, and the recoil will actually cause that to just constantly like grind against your wrist. So throw this in the trash. I think they just put this on for some kind of import laws to get around that, and they made it so you could replace this extremely easily. It's just a commercial sized buffer tube, so you'd have to get a commercial sized stock for this. And then the grip is just a standard AR-15 style. Love it. The grip I ended up putting on this was just the rubberized Magpul MOE. Someone on the internet called it the Ferrari of AR-15 grips, and I figured why not? I need to make this gun comfortable. So I bought it. No regrets. I'm actually wanting to put this on pretty much every gun I have if I could. So love that thing. So this thing came with a 9-round magazine, from the store I bought it. I don't think it ships with this in the box. And then it did come with 2 5-round mags. This thing's still pretty fresh, so you really gotta like beat it quite a bit, roughhouse it like most guns. But it did come with 2 9-round mags. These will take 3-inch shells. Currently I have 2 3/4 shells there, 2 3/4 shells there. It's got a full Picatinny rail on the top, and it comes with these plastic iron sights. They're junk, but I have shot clay pigeons in the air with them, so leave them on there like I did. I am planning on replacing them with something nicer, probably some kind of a glass optic, maybe a red dot. The gun itself has multiple sling attachments, so there's one right here with the QD stud in the back. That QD stud did not work with my Magpul sling, so if you want to use that, you'll probably have to replace it. Maybe your sling is a little bit different and it would work, I don't know. And then it's got the QD quick attachment studs on both sides of the handguard. Right there, Picatinny rails all along the top and sides. So this thing is pretty much ready for customization. I love this gun. For $600 or whatever I paid for it, love it. So, a few of the features. This unscrews. Comes off. And then this comes off. And this way you can change the gas block. So this is for a light load I currently have in there. It comes with a heavy load gas block. You can change that really quick. And then if you want to use like a suppressor with this, I'm assuming you probably could. I don't have one to test, but I'm assuming you could. If you don't want to use this barrel shroud, it comes with a small one that's about 1.5 inches tall that you can screw onto these threads here and keep this open. So there's that benefit too. And this gun is choked. I think I have a full choke on there right now. I am going to play with a cylinder choke today and try to shoot some slugs out of it. It comes with the case with 3 chokes and a wrench, 2 choke wrenches actually. So everything else in this gun is pretty much like an AR-15. It's got the magazine release button on the right hand side, pretty big, so you can actually reach it. I have pretty long fingers, but I think someone with shorter fingers can still reach it just fine. It's got the bolt release on the bottom right here, the same way an AR-15 has. The bolt handle is on the side, but you can change it left or right depending on whatever hand you like. I'm right-handed and I'm going to hold the gun in my right hand, so this is going to be a left hand charging handle for me. That's pretty much it. So I'll show you how to open this gun up. So like an AR-15, it has 2 pins. The only problem is it doesn't fully open. Because of this plastic piece, you can't fully open this thing and just have it kind of hanging on that one hinge pin to work on it. So you pretty much have to take both pins out to get in there and work on anything. But it comes off just like an AR-15 does. It will not fit an AR-15 receiver. I don't know why you try that, but it will not fit. The whole bolt and charging handle system is completely different from an AR-15. They are not interchangeable. None of these parts are compatible with an AR-15 part. Pretty much the only thing compatible is the stock and the grip. Everything else is pretty custom. Maybe the buffer spring and the buffer itself might be compatible. Other than that, I think everything else is pretty much custom just for this gun. So as you can see, typical AR-15 style internals with the hammer right there. I'm going to set this down for now. And so the way it works, so there it is ready to fire. There it goes off. So if you pull this trigger and hold that hammer, it used to not reset. I could actually get it to stop, and I haven't been able to replicate it since. And I have a little bit of grease on there and oil, and so it really keeps things lubricated. I put some oil on the springs. Some people would probably recommend against that. I've never had an issue doing that, but this gun works flawless now. So if you're kind of scared of possibly buying this gun and having it fail on you and having a bunch of issues, maybe some of the first ones out had issues. I don't know. I bought this last year in Christmas time, so I think it was like December 20th or 15th, somewhere around there, that I bought this. It was on sale, and so this was, 21. This was only like four months ago, so pretty recent. I'm not sure how long they have been out, maybe a few years. So if you got one of like the original ones from 3, 4, 5 years ago, whenever they were made, maybe you'd have issues. I have not had too many issues with this. I figure if you shoot it enough without doing all the polish work that I've done, you could probably get it to smooth out and not have the reset issues I had. But if you just want to jump the gun and fix that, you could just get some polishing compound in there and just work it like I did, and basically skip over all that and get a really functional, reliable gun. For $600, you get a gun like this. I think that's a steal. Similar guns, probably with higher end manufacturers, would probably charge you twice of that, maybe more. Yeah, you'd get a more reliable gun, or you can get a gun for half the price and make a pretty reliable gun. So I'm gonna shoot some ammo today. That's what we're all excited for. I'm excited for it. Beautiful day. Gonna try to shoot some 8-shot, 4-shot. I think I have some 5-shot out, and then I have some buckshot and slugs. I might not shoot the buckshot, but I do want to shoot some slugs. So let's get started. All right, so I have some 8-shot right now. This is Remington 2 3/4 8-shot. This is not staying in at all. No issues there. Some Fetter 1 ounce 5-shot. I think I have like 5 or 6 rounds in here now. Nice, no issues there either. So next up I have some of these Remington 2 3/4, 1 1/4 ounce 4-shot. I think I have like 7 in here, 7 or 8. Much louder. Nice. Get some. Nice. I love this gun. So let's see if we can get a choke change on this. Barrel's pretty hot. My hands are pretty cold. I think it's like 28 degrees right now. Maybe 30, 35, something like that, but it's cold. Ooh. All right, so I'll show you what it came with. Here's a box of the chokes. Pretty nice box with the logo on it and everything. Foam. There's a choke wrench. Whoops. There's the two chokes. There's a cylinder. Here's the full. Mine might be modified on this thing. It's whatever was already on here. I didn't change it. Unscrews really nicely. Modified, yep. Alright, well, I'll put this one in. Whoa, don't want to do that. This is the first time that I've shot this gun, or would be the first time I've shot this gun with a different choke than what it came installed with. So not too sure what to expect. It came with this magazine stopper. I think this is like to limit it to 3 rounds. Something like that. It came with a wrench. So for your castle nut right here on your buffer tube. And then that, I don't know. Maybe that is what it's for. I don't know. Something like that. Oh, mine's kind of loose. I have been trying to play around with it to replace the stock, but ain't nothing a little wrench can't fix. All right. And this thing is not staked, so keep that in mind. There's nothing to really stake against. There's nothing to beat it, to hold it. So. And here's the other thing I was talking about. This is the other nut to replace the big one on here. So this one just goes on there like that. I guess this would be for saving weight, possibly slimming down this barrel right here for whatever reason. But if you do want to use a suppressor, you will have to use this. So it's threaded right here. I don't know what thread that is. Looks pretty big. I'd say that looks like a 3/4 diameter, something like that. And then here is, this is like a rubber charging handle cover. So if you're a sissy and you hate that metal, the metal feel, you can use this rubber thing. I obviously took it off. And then this is your heavy load gas block. So I'll show you. So you unscrew this. This comes off. Pull this down, and then you got these two little half cylinder, I don't know what you'd call these, bearings. Take those off. And then you can take this off. Oh gosh. Take this off, and then your gas block comes out, and you can replace that with one of these. So I'm going to do that for this slug that I'm going to shoot right now. And you screw these two pieces together. Should slide. And I'm going to put the handguard back on because I do not want to get my hand stuck. There goes the back. Do not want to get my hand stuck in these moving components here. Wrong one. Alright, something like that. That should work. So I'm going to shoot this 12 gauge 3-inch 1-ounce slug going at 1760. So definitely a slug in there. Never shot a slug out of this gun before, so we'll see. Should I be scared? I'm gonna hold it out right here. Put the safety off. Oh my gosh. It shoots. Nice. Let's shoot some more. So I got the rest of the box in here. These are, there's only 4 in here. So let's see what happens. Whoops. Oh gosh. Ooh. As you can see, no malfunctions, no failure to feed, no failure to fire, no failure to extract, eject, whatever you want to call it. The choke's still in there, the barrel's still intact, the magazine's still there. Beautiful gun. I freaking love this thing. Well, YouTube, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, all the things, you know. I recommend this gun wholeheartedly. I think if you buy it, you might need to do a little bit of polish work. But for the most part, this is a great gun for $600. Especially if it comes with extra mags. So mine even came with 2 boxes of 25 round shells. So not a bad deal at all, especially in the ammo shortage. So that was a treat. But thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, you know, all the things. That would really help me out. And keep on keeping on. Thanks.